Now let's use a little bit of what we've just learned to draw some basic shapes in Illustrator. First, let's make a rectangle using that first rectangle tool. That's kind of boring in black and white, so let's fill it with a color. I'm going to take the stroke off of it. And now a circle. I'm going to hold down my Shift key so that I'm going to hold down my Shift key because I want that to be a perfect circle. Let's give that a different color. I'm going to send that to back. So I'm just going to go to Object, Arrange, Send to Back. And use my selection tool to select on both of these. So I want to line them up horizontally. The next shape I'm going to draw is a star. Just going to hold down Option and click once. The default is a 5-pointed star, but I wanted to have more points than that. So I'm just going to click to 10. And I want the inner points and the outer points to be a little closer together than this. So I'm going to reduce the bottom measure to a 0.5. Give that its own color. And a stroke while we're at it. Make the stroke hot pink. Bring up my stroke palette so that I can change that a little bit, make it a little thicker, a little rounder. I'm going to use my magnifying glass, my zoom tool, just to zoom in a little bit so I can see all of that. Next, I'm going to group all those objects under the Object command. I'm going to make another one. So I'm going to go to Edit, Copy, Edit, Paste. I'm going to go in and rotate that just a little bit. The Rotate tool. And I want the parts of that group to be different colors from one another. So I'm going to go to my Direct Selection tool. As you may remember, that's for selecting on either parts of a group or parts of a shape. I'm going to click away for now. Come back to that rectangle. Make sure my swatches come up. Let's make that green. As you can see, what happened is that I recolored a stroke on it rather than the fill. So what I really want to do is swap those out. Whichever one of these is in front, whether it's the stroke or the fill, is the one you'll be changing. So I'm going to use my Swap Fill and Stroke to change that. I'm going to take the red stroke off of it by clicking on this little red slash. So now I'm going to click away and make sure my fill is in the front this time. Click on my star, give that a different color. Do the same with the circle in the back. And now let's change the stroke on that star. Once again, I'm going to go to my stroke at the bottom of the palette. Let's just give that a yellow stroke. So now you know the basics of working with shapes in Illustrator.